No, but I'm getting so many requests to try and make the moon pool from H2O. Challenge accepted. There are a few different ways we can make it. Okay, so there's book nook style, which is like a little portal on your bookshelf. Oh, what I'm thinking is a little diorama style thing, like my Hunger Games arenas. I think I want to try and make the island and the moon pool. I'm thinking of like doing the island and then making a hole in top of the island like a volcano so you can look down and see the moon pool. To start, just to give myself a better perspective to see if I can actually do this, I'm just gonna cut out a little circle. Oh no, this is gonna be so small, guys. I'm opting to use cardboard in this one because a lot of people like to replicate my designs and not everyone has access to craft wood. So I'm just here to show you guys that you can do the exact same thing with cardboard. It's so fine. Okay, here's my circle and here's my reference of the moon pool. None of this is gonna be to scale and I'm very aware of that fact, but I wanna make somehow the island in the middle, and then when you look through a hole, almost like a volcano, you see the moon pool in the middle. Start off just by making like a little ring around the outside of clay. I like working with resin to make my water, so I don't want the resin to spill everywhere. I'm thinking about the island and it's freaking me out a little bit. I'm just gonna smear this over the base. I'm now considering making the island itself out of paper mache. I think I accidentally put self-raising flour in my paper mache. That, or I bought like this weird flour that I don't understand because it's so foamy. Anyway, the base part of the mountain down first. I think the shape is a little bit off, but the volcano piece itself we're going to keep separate because I want to be able to access the moon pool within the island. But here it is. It's like that part of the volcano for reference. The moon pool underneath, and then when you put that on top, you can like see it and everything. My clay was drying, it bent in like a really weird little angle and I had to like force it down just to get it back into shape and fell into pieces. I'm going to reinforce that really quickly before we proceed. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint the entire base of this model and then I'm gonna add the water on top of it, including the glow-in-the-dark mermaid pool. The island brown first. I think that's okay. Now the moon pool is gonna be super experimental, but I think I wanna get like a top layer of glow-in-the-dark glue. All right, that's it without the glue. And that's the glue. It actually kind of works. All right, cute. Now for the ocean around it, I'm using a mix of blue and green and then white and black paint just to create the base of the ocean. I also got some really fun suggestions to add like some mermaids and stuff on it once I do the ocean and like the boat that they use to get to the island. I feel like that'll be really cute. I think we're gonna need a lot of white for this one. Rock blue, like where the depth of the ocean is. And then we're just gonna progressively bring it in lighter and lighter. Mod Podge all around this. And when you layer the Mod Podge between the paint, it creates the depth of the water. Now the second layer. This time mostly just waves and details. And now we wait for the rest of the Mod Podge to dry and then I'm gonna add the resin on top. It's gonna take overnight to dry, so I'm gonna put the resin on first thing tomorrow morning and show you. Here we go. It's dried up really nicely. We're just gonna cover it in resin now. Just starting with a little bit in case I wanna create like some more layers later. Like if we want to add some mermaids and stuff in the water, but this is how it looks like before that. Build the rest of the island so it looks a little bit more complete. I'm really nervous about this because I don't want to put paper mache on anything else, so let's like make a little foundation for it all to stand on. I am in fact getting paper mache all over my ocean. No. Now this is that. I'm gonna like surface dry it because I'm a little bit impatient. I just realized that I should have painted the inside of the volcano before I put it down because now I have to paint it all inside here without wrecking the mermaid pool. Fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. A bit of glue, paint it in here, and then sand for texture. I mean, that doesn't instantly look better. I'm gonna paint the island brown because we're gonna put fake grass on top of it just to give it that like green effect. Because it's still really wet, I feel like I'm probably gonna have to do quite a few layers of the brown paint, which isn't ideal because I'm running very low on it. This tells me I probably can't put the greenery on it today. Underestimated how much I would need for this project. But here's what it's looking like at the moment. And there is our little mermaid moon pool. It's kind of late now, but I'm gonna quickly add the greenery on because it's had some time to dry. I also have a couple of stones that I wanna add. I probably shouldn't be doing this in the middle of the night. Okay, I truthfully won't know if I like this until tomorrow morning, but this is kind of what it's looking like at the moment. The island doesn't look perfect yet, but like, just ignore that. One thing I really want to add is the mermaids. Cleo, Ricky, and Emma. It'll be so cute to have some mermaids like right here, so it looks like they're swimming out of the moon pool. And they're going to be so tiny. I don't even think you understand how small these have to be. Like, see, it's massive. Do you think we should try for like their arms and their head and not just the tails? It's gonna be a massive challenge, but you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna make these now because I'm planning to put like more layers of the ocean on top, and then it's gonna look like they're inside the water. Like the little boat that they use to get to the island as well, but I honest to God cannot remember how that thing looks like. This is like actually ridiculous. Do we see how small? And I like still think it's way too big. I'm gonna go cook her and paint her. She's so small that it's actually genuinely hard to paint her. Come on, Cleo. Help me out a bit here, please. Okay, what do we think? No, it's not really perfect, but when I build the water up over the top of her, do you think that would pass for Cleo? And Lewis's boat as well. Like, I'm gonna do some more research and I'm gonna see how it looks like and build that. But I wanna do this one like right here at the front. Just like fact checking how their boat looks like. Okay, I'm gonna get some polymer clay. And look, everything's gonna be very, very out of scale. It's not really perfect, but here we go. While that bake's in the oven, I'm just gonna paint a few sharks just along here at the front. And now for the final step. I'm gonna measure out some resin, and this is gonna cover the mermaids and the sharks. We're gonna leave the little boat separate and we're gonna put it on top of everything once it's all done. And I'm just gonna measure out my resin really quickly. Mix. Now, ooh, it's all over the mermaids. Cleo and Ricky's heads are coming out from the water. Like, not much, but just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for a few hours and then I'm gonna show you how it looks like. It's been a few hours and here it is, the finished product. I last minute put some Mod Podge on top, so just ignore those marks. Here's a few close-ups. And then here we have the glow-in-the-dark moon pool. There's the sharks at the front and the little boat that they use to get to the island right at the start. Let me know what you think. I reckon it might be one of my favorites, to be honest.